Pinky! Welcome to the GMA Pinoy TV podcast.
Hi, Miss Tony! I'm so glad to be here.
Congratulations on the success of Abot Kamay na Pangarap. How does it feel that you are the favorite villain in Afternoon Prime?
It feels great. It feels humbling. And I feel #feeling blessed talaga. Kasi when we started out the soap, none of us knew or thought that it would last this long. Siyempre, kasama na dun sa pagiging most hated villain. Kasi siyempre, maraming kasama yon. May mga online bashing, mga haters, ganon. But you have to take it with a grain of salt. Because all the haters, tsaka lahat yung mga taong nadadala sa mga kwento namin, it's a testament to the power of storytelling. Diba? Kaya sila nadadala. So, kami natutuwa.
At mas kilala ka bilang Moira.
Wala na
everywhere you go,
wala na po si
tawag
Pinky
sa'yo.
Amador. Wala na. Sino yun? Si Moira Tanyag lang po ang kilala. At saka kahit sa hashtag. Mas marami pong hashtag si Moira Tanyag kaysa kay Pinky Amador sa TikTok. Promise.
Diba? So, how do you prepare for the role of Moira?
It's so hard to say that you're prepared because every time we come to the set, binabago ni Direk yung atake namin. And I'm very thankful for that because he's made Moira more human. In spite of her doing things that are almost unthinkable. Yung atake mo naman is very emotional, yung malapit sa puso, malapit sa pagkatao ng marami. And kasi for a while, I thought Moira was representing the wronged legal wife. But 6 months into the story, doon na lang na-reveal, pati sa aming lahat, na yung anak ko pala is not my daughter with my husband. So all the while na inaapi ko si Lynette, kinakastigo ko siya for being a kabit, yung pala ganun din ang situation ng anak ko. Diba, sinasabi kong bastarda si Doc Annalyn Santos, yung pala bastarda din yung anak ko. So, naging major plot twist.
Pero how are you on set? Pag sa set, ang intense na mga eksena. Pero off-cam, ang dami yung mga TikTok videos. It looks like, you guys are having fun.
Actually, we're so lucky. Let's just set an example. Richard Yap. Bugoy, number 1. Okay? Sino pa ba mga kasama namin dito? Chucky Dreyfus. Alam mo naman, laging palabiro yan, di ba? From Richard to Chucky and of course, Carmina Villaruel, di ba? Isa pa yung Bungis-Nis.
Correct.
Napakaswerte namin kasi, normally kasi ang isang cast, it's an unwritten rule na they look towards the leads to lead the way. Tignan mo yung mga bida namin, si Jillian, si Carmina, si Richard. Wala diyang masama. Wala diyang tamad. Wala diyang swapang. They always come prepared. They're always ready to give more than what's asked of them. And everybody's just having a good time.
Scripted ba ang mga eksena o impromptu ang mga linya? Let's say you have a scene.
Oh.
Lahat ba yun kapag when you take it, talagang scripted? You follow the script?
Hindi kasi on the set, pinapaltan ni Direk. Kaya mahirap din magkunwari, ang eksena mo medyo mahaba, 3 to 4 pages. So, i-memorize mo yan. But, writing a script and seeing something actually on TV, medyo malayo yung talon. So, sometimes the script is a little too wordy, so minsan sino-shortcut ni Direk. Hindi. Or minsan, yung arguments, the way the arguments follow each other, sabi niya, Direk would say, hindi, mas okay kung unahin mo munang ibanggit ito, tapos susunod yung ganito, para ma-push si character ng ganito. So, I've really learned a lot from our director, si Direk L.A., because he's really a master of storytelling.
And to think, bata pa si Direk di ba?
Kasi bata pa yan. Ano na yan? PA na yan ni Wendy Ramas.
Oo.
That's where he started. So he already mastered kung paano kunin yung pulso ng audience, which is, I think, tantamount to a hit show.
You also went to Japan.
Yes.
Di ba? And nakita mo naman, ang mga tao doon tinatawag at hinahanap nila si Moira. How was the Japan experience?
It was really overwhelming. Kasi grabe yung dami ng tao, tapos hindi namin ina-expect, tapos tuwan-tuwa silang makita kami, tapos tuwan-tuwa silang makipag-picture, hindi sila natatakot, hindi sila nahihiya. Very welcoming, which is also very typical of an OFW setup. Kasi ako naging OFW din ako when I lived in the UK for 8 years. So, nandun yung, alam mo yung hayok na hayok kapag may nakita ka ng kapwa Pilipino. Parang gustong-gusto mo as much as possible na i-welcome siya. Make that person feel at home in the same way that you were made to feel at home nung bagong salta ka rin. So, grabe yung welcome. At saka, grabe din yung pag-alaga sa amin doon. So, thank you to you guys.
Na-mention mo yung UK, Miss Pinky, no? 8 years kang nagstay sa UK. Nung mga panahon na yun, wala pang masyadong social media eh.
Yes.
So parang it's harder to keep in touch with your loved ones sa Philippines. Ano yung pinaka-challenging
Ay,
na nangyari sa'yo doon?
Letter writing talaga kami, snail mail. I have a file this thick of my letters of my mother to me. Ganun kami. And then, syempre, maglo-long distance ka, pero napakamahal noon.
Oo.
Napakamahal ng charge. Syempre, yung sweldo mo, ayaw mo namang ubusin sa telepono lamang, di ba? So, bibili pa kami ng yung mga SIM card na may
phone
discount.
cards.
Oo, may discount siya, phone card to call the Philippines for a cheaper price. May mga ganun pa. But yun na nga, it was snail mail. So, in a way, kung ano man yung relasyon nyo, if there were any kinks in your relationship, I think snail mail sorted it out because, pinag-iisipan mo yung sinusulat mo.
Hihintayin mo nga lang ng medyo matagal.
Oo. Pinag-iisipan. Kasi hina-handwritten mo yan eh, di ba? So pag-iisipan mo siya, bago mo siya. Unlike ito ngayong interview, I can say whatever comes to my head. Unedited. Pero pag sinusulat mo yan ng handwritten, medyo may editing, so medyo may forethought. Diba? So it's good. It's good. At saka syempre may memento ka. Hindi lang screenshot. Diba? I have the real letters
Iba
from
yung
friends and family.
emails, iba yung sulat kamay, may cards, ganon. So naramdaman mo kung paano mag-work abroad.
Oh yeah.
Ano ang pinakamahirap na part?
Siyempre yung mawalay ka sa mga mahal mo sa buhay. Talagang, let's face it, yun ang pinakamahirap. You can deal with another culture. You can deal with, like say, sa Japan, another language. You can deal with those things, but dealing with, well, at least ngayon, may FaceTime na tayo, may video chat na tayo, may Snapchat, may Zoom, may Skype. So there are many ways to feel like you're really in front of that person. Pero nung panahon namin, talagang wala.
I remember, Miss Pinky, nag-usap tayo nung nasa Japan tayo. Nasabi mo, kasi malamig, di ba? Nasabi mo, this reminds me of the UK.
It really
yung
did.
naglalakad kang mag-isa.
Our bodies have memory, so naaalala ng katawan ko yung nangingisay ako sa lamig. Di ba nga sabi mo, nakawalong winter na ako doon. So lagi tinatanong sa amin, Pinky, paano ka pa nakatagal ng 8 winter kung ganyan kang, laging linalamig? Ang lagi kong sagot, with great difficulty po. Talagang ang hirap. Like, nakita mo naman sa Japan, yung thermal ko, 3
Layering.
Sa legs pa lang yun, di ba? So, yun, na-flashback ako yung naglalakad kayong nangingisay ka, tapos natuto ako maglakad ng mabilis. Kasi nga gusto mo na makarating doon sa pupuntahan mo dahil nga ang lamig. Tapos pagpasok mo sa pintuan, pawis na pawis ka na kasi bigla naman yung heating, ang lakas-lakas. So, magtatanggal ka naman, di ba? So, it was an art of putting on and removing layers.
Do you miss doing theater?
Yes. Yes, I do. But in fact, I'm going to be doing a bit of theater for Pangdemonium Theater in Singapore from June 7 till 23. Pangdemonium is an English and Singaporean theater company headed by Adrian Pang and his English wife, Tracy Pang.
Ano ang difference para sa'yo, ng doing theater and doing mga teleserye?
Para sa akin kasi, yung proseso na dinadaanan ng artista, kahit paanong medium yan, is pareho. Ang nagkaiba lang is the expression. And the tools, like ito, may camera tayo, may take 2, may ganon, may lighting. Theater, walang take 2, di ba? Everything is done live, but you rehearse for a very long time. You rehearse for 3 weeks. So, sana yan lang. I would say doing theater is a little more long-term memory, whereas doing television is short-term memory. It's a skill. Because kung ano kunwari, ito, nag-e-eksena tayo ngayon. O, cut, next setup. Kakalimutan ko lahat ng sinabi ko sa'yo ngayon kasi meron na akong bagong sasabihin sa'yo mamaya. So it's a skill. The difference, of course, is the medium. But the journey that the actor has to make in finding their character, for me, it's the same. Iba lang ang expression of it.
Which do you enjoy more?
I think I've come to love all three. Film, TV, and theater, all the same because I'm on my 41st year. Pero first love ko ang theater. Doon ako nagsimula, doon ako nahasa. Doon ako natutong mag-drama, mag-comedy, mag-musical, sumayaw, mag-host. Doon ako, kumbaga that's where I learned the ropes.
And you feed off the energy,
Of the audience.
Of the audience.
Yes.
Kasi parang instant mo, nakikita yung reaction din
like,
also.
Alam mo kung nag-flop yung joke mo o hindi. Kunyari, let's say, drama siya. You know when you have the heart of the audience in the palm of your hand. Alam na alam mo yun. Yung pulsong-pulso mo sila. So, masarap din yun. And I think it's a great practice. Sana lahat ng artista natin makapag-try kahit once lang na magteatro. Kasi iba talaga siya.
What is one role you will never get tired of doing over and over again?
Gusto ko siyang gawin ulit-ulitin, pero pag inulit-ulit ko, baka ikamatay ko na siya. Joke! In 2013, I was able to do my dream role. It was a play that I did when I was much younger, in my 20s. Sabi ko, sarili ko, pag tumanda na siguro ako, mukhang bagay itong play na to sa akin. And it was a play called Piaf. So it was a play with music about the life and music of Edith Piaf, the French singer. She had a very, very colorful life. She came up with many, many, many albums and hit songs for many decades. And I presented that to both Repertory Philippines and Atlantis Theatrical. And I was turned down by both. They said, Pinky, the script is masyadong mahaba, tas masyadong malaki yung cast. And then, Bobby Garcia, the director of Atlantis Theatricals, went to London. Napanood niya, uy, may shortened version. Binili niya yung script. So, tinawagin niya ako, Pinky, gawin na natin. Nakita ko na yung sagot. Ito na yung abridged version. So, yun, natuloy kami. I studied for the role like a year in advance.
Wow.
I was listening to all her music because I'm not a native French speaker. I took French lessons. We even went to Paris. I visited her tomb, I visited her museum. Talagang immersion kasi mahirap gumanap ng taong dating buhay or buhay pa. Kasi may example
to
sila.
Sell it. Oo.
May example sila parang layo mo naman, hindi naman ganyan si May expectation sa mga tao and with PF, medyo matagal na to but because she was so iconic, it was such a challenge.
You do TikTok a lot.
Yes.
I see your videos and even sa Japan, di ba? Nagti-TikTok kayo palagi. And you like doing it, di ba?
Yeah.
You have fun doing
It's
it.
fun.
Exactly. Pero di ba, techie ka ba talaga o kinailangan mo lang din talaga mag-adapt sa mga Gen Z?
In the beginning, I joined TikTok before the elections because I was trying to help combat fake news because dun siya laganap. So that's how I started. Pero when I started, nung bumukas na yung ating economy, dumalas na yung mga taping. In fact, I remember a year and a half ago, I was doing Jose and Maria's Bonggang Villa. Ako yung pinaka-eng-eng sa TikTok. Ako yung tinuturuan ng mga bata, hindi tita, ganito yan. Tapos paano? Ano yung timer? Ano yung gano'n? Wala akong alam. Aba,
Nung natuto ka na?
Nung nag-lock in kami ng abot kamay na pangarap sa Zambales, kami ni Chucky Dreyfus, kasi kami yung mga promotor niyan. Sabi ko, Chucky, paano ba to? Yung bida natin, 3 linggo bago lalabas sa show. Mahirap ibenta yon. Kasi ang umpisa ng show, bata pa si Jillian, yung character ni Anne. Ipapakita na genius na siya, bata pa. So 3 linggo bago makita yung bida, saka nakarinig ng ganon. So napag-isipan namin ni Chucky, basta gumawa ng content with her about the show. And then, so TikTok kami ng TikTok. Kaming 3 ni Jillian at ni Chucky, doon nag-umpisa yun. And then they knew what to do. No, tita, ganun. Parang, basta sasayaw ka na lang kasi alam na nila yung gagawin. And then, Chucky will help me edit, ganun. Hindi talaga ako techie. Forced to good. Forced to good. Tapos nakita ko na, ang ganda naman ng reception ng tao. Tsaka okay din yung kasi nakikita nila yung the other side of us. Hindi lang yung puro character mo na maldita, na dragon, na demonyita. Makikita na, uy, tao din pala. Kaya ang laging comment, naku, high blood kaming manood sa inyo, samantalang kayo, TikTok lang kayo ng TikTok dyan. Ayun.
Sino pa ang gusto mong maka-eksena? Sino pa ang gusto mong sampalin?
In life?
Hindi naman. Eksena. Mamaya tayo sa in life, pero yung eksena muna.
Teka, wala. Parang lahat na halos ata nasampal ko dito eh. Anak ko si Zoe, nasampal ko. Asawa ko, si Richard, nasampal ko na. Siyempre si Lynette, nasampal ko na sa bunutan, lahat.
Pero yung iba pang mga artista na gusto mo ring makatrabaho, maka-eksena?
Wala, I'm game kahit sino. Kasi like, for example, yung sampalan namin ni Miss D, kala mo sobrang sakit, hindi kami nagpapang-abot.
Naku, wait, talaga.
You ask her,
Yeah.
she will tell you, never kami nagpang-abot. There's an art and there's a skill to it.
Pero pag ganun ba, you talk about it? Yung eksena?
Oo naman. If it's someone like Dina and I, who are so used to slapping and being slapped, halos wala na.
Pero pag sa iba
basta
na,
dito tayo, Mars. Saan ka?
ito.
Dito sa line na to, okay. Basta watch my hand. Okay. Ganon. Pero may mga eksena din na talagang pinipilit kami ng direktor na kailangan magpang-abot. So, there was a time, I think it was one of the first times na nasampal ako ni Lynette. Dalawang beses. So sabi ni Direk, Miss Pinky, I'm sorry, pero kailangan talaga magpang-abot. I'm sure. Ito naman si Carmina, talagang as much as possible, ayaw din niyang manakit. Ayaw niya yung nagpapang-abot. Ayaw niya talaga. Na talagang she had to really quiet herself and really concentrate and really iaalsa mo yung galit mo para hindi lang once, pero twice. Yan, para sa akin. Ito naman para sa anak ko. May ganon. At saka naka-close up talaga. So, hindi mo makukuha sa sapaw.
Yeah.
Ako minsan nasampal na ako ng sobrang lakas. Sobrang lakas, pati yung unit to huminto. Nasa kabilang set sila, sa sobrang lakas, narinig nila lahat. And then, everything fell quiet. And then, sa sobrang, tumilapon ako. Pag tilapon ko, hindi ko na maalala kung nasaan ako, kung sino ako, sinong karakter ako, at kung ano yung sasabihin ko. So, nakaganon ako sa sahig. Sabi ko, teka muna. So, talagang I was waiting and I didn't cut it. Kasi, pag kinat ko, uulitin na naman. So, talagang I took my time. Tapos, nung maalala ko hanggang sa naitayo ko yung sarili, tapos naibigay ko yung dialogue ulit. Kasi before, it was si Yasmin Curdy. So, yung eksena kasi, pareho kaming mananampal sa isa't isa.
Wow.
So, ako yung unang sasampal. So, nung sampal ko sa kanya, rehearse ko. Yung sampal niya sa akin, hindi na rehearse. Eh, nag-backhand si Bagets. Gumanon pa. Bumuel. Talagang tilapon. Tapos yung, alam mo, may narinig kang ganon. So, syempre, nag-sorry naman siya after. Pero kung may nasampal ako malakas, nasampal na rin ako ng kalakas-lakas.
Tips for aspiring actresses. Kasi may iba, pag feeling nila, pag nalinya sila ng kontrabida, baka lagi na lang silang kontrabida.
Number one, love your work. Know why you're doing it. Bakit mo ba gustong mag-artista? Dahil meron ka bang angking talino or talento na gustong i-share? Or are you just in for it for the fame and fortune? So, alamin mo muna. I always tell my students that because I mentor a lot of aspiring actors and actresses. Alamin mo kung bakit mo gusto. And that will dictate the rest of your career. How long it will last or not. Kasi parang lahat nasasama pag sinabi mong love your work eh. Nandiyan na yung be on time, be respectful of other people's time, be professional, study your script, do what I always tell my students, do as much research as you can, not just about your character, but about the director. Ano bang genre niya? Ano bang tipo niya? Anong style niya? Your co-actors, paano ba silang katrabaho? Prime example, nung bata pa ako, si Chair Pip, si Tirso Cruz. Lulukohin ka niya ng lulukohin before the take. Tapos pag take, ganon. Oo, yung joke time ka niya, ganon. Tawa ka na, bungis-kis ka na bungis, biglang pag take, sasampalin ka na. Ganon. I think, I don't know if he was playtime lang ba yan or whatever. I don't know if he even remembers. Pero siguro it's their way of testing us. How much are we on our toes?
message to Global Pinoys.
Ayan, hello po mga ating kasamang Global Pinoys. Kamusta po kayo dyan lahat? Ito po si Pinky Amador, gumaganap ng Moira sa Abot Kamay na Pangarap. Maraming salamat po sa inyong suporta sa amin, sa aming show. Naway magpatuloy pa po kami at magbigay ng magandang kwento po sa inyo. And I hope that you're all safe, doing well, and have a great year ahead. Mwah!
Thank you, Miss Pinky.
You're welcome, Miss
Congratulations again on the success of Abot Kamay na Pangarap.